Friday, August 15th, On the Bold and the Beautiful is about to deliver a cocktail of overheard secrets, second chances, and questions that cut straight to the heart. From whispered conversations about romance to a life saved against all odds, every moment is drenched in tension. Two stories run parallel. One bathed in the warm glow of possible love, the other shadowed by dangerous truths. And somehow, Sheila Carter manages to have a hand in both. It all begins at Il Giardino, the charming yet notorious restaurant that has played host to some of Los Angeles' most life-changing moments. The clinking of glasses, the soft hum of conversation, the faint scent of fresh basil in the air. It all creates the perfect cover for secrets to slip between the cracks. In a quiet corner, Katie Logan leans toward Deacon Sharp, her tone warm yet edged with anticipation. She's asking about booking the restaurant for what she calls a small party for Will. On the surface, it sounds innocent, a casual family celebration, nothing more. But The Bold and the Beautiful rarely plays it that simple. Sheila Carter, ever the predator in human form, is lingering nearby. She's angled herself just close enough to catch every word without drawing suspicion. As Katie speaks, Sheila's mind begins to spin. Could this gathering be more than a simple party? Could Katie be quietly plotting a romantic proposal for Will and Electra, a couple who seem almost inseparable these days? Their romance has been burning bright, and Katie's excitement feels pointed. Sheila files the information away like a precious gem. She doesn't know yet how she'll use it, but in her world, every overheard word is a potential weapon, and she never lets a weapon go to waste. But Sheila's appetite for secrets is far from satisfied. Later, we find her standing at a far less public doorway, that of Dr. Lee Finnegan. This isn't a social call. Sheila's eyes are sharp, her posture firm, her presence heavy with purpose. Inside lies a truth Sheila has been itching to confirm. Luna Nozawa is alive. Alive, and hidden from the world. Luna's supposed death had been a dramatic turn in itself, but her quiet survival? That's a story Sheila needs to hear straight from the source. She doesn't bother with pleasantries. There's no casual, "How are you?" or small talk about the weather. Instead, her words slice straight through the air. Why? Why did you save Luna? It's not just a question, it's an accusation, a demand for justification. Sheila's tone carries a dangerous mix of curiosity and suspicion, as if she's already weighing the value of whatever answer she's about to receive. Lee hesitates, inhaling slowly as if she's gathering the strength to open a door she'd rather keep closed. In that moment of silence, viewers can almost feel the pressure. The knowledge that her next words could shift the balance of trust, even in a conversation with someone as volatile as Sheila. When she finally speaks, her voice is steady, but tinged with something softer. She explains that everything changed the instant she saw Luna lying unconscious on the operating table. All her bitterness toward Luna's mother, Poppy Nozawa, faded just enough for her to see the girl not as an extension of her mother's failings, but as her own flesh and blood. Yes, she still believes Poppy's parenting led Luna astray. She still sees the recklessness, the lack of discipline. But watching Luna's life hang by a thread stripped away the anger, leaving only the raw truth of family ties. In that operating room, the grudges of the past couldn't compete with the urgency of the present. Lee doesn't stop there. She admits she believes Luna deserves a second chance, a chance to rewrite her story. But giving her that chance required more than medical skill. It demanded careful, calculated defiance. Keeping Luna in the hospital wasn't an option. Word of her survival would have spread like wildfire, and the legal system would have wasted no time in sending her back to prison. That, in Lee's eyes, would have been a death sentence of another kind. So she made the choice, the risky, rule-breaking choice, to move Luna into her care, away from prying eyes and official records. In this hidden recovery, Luna could heal not just physically, but emotionally. She could step away from the chaos and start anew, without the weight of her past crushing her every step. It's a morally complicated decision. Lee knows she's bending the law, maybe even breaking it. But to her, the greater crime would have been letting a young woman's life, and all its potential, be snuffed out by a system that never gave her a real shot at redemption. Sheila listens in complete stillness, her eyes locked on Lee as every word sinks in. Her expression is unreadable, but behind that calm mask, her mind is racing. This isn't just gossip, this is dynamite. Luna Nozawa, thought to be gone for good, is alive, and hidden under Lee's protection. The Sheila of the past would have been halfway out the door already, rushing to sell this information to the highest bidder or using it as a bargaining chip for immunity, influence, or revenge. But this Sheila? She's learned the art of patience. She knows that the most valuable secrets are like fine wine. They become more potent when aged and revealed at the perfect moment. She leans in slightly, voice low but deliberate, and offers what sounds like a promise. She won't breathe a word about Luna's survival. But is this kindness? Or is it the calculated move of a woman who understands that a secret like this can buy her far more than money or power, if she holds it long enough? What's striking about this episode is how two seemingly unrelated events, a whispered request at Il Giardino and a hidden patient in Lee's care, share the same core: control. Katie is orchestrating what could be a defining moment for her son's relationship, quietly shaping the setting and the timing to create maximum impact. Lee, meanwhile, is controlling every detail of Luna's recovery, keeping her off the radar and out of the hands of the authorities. And then there's Sheila. She's not the architect in either situation, not yet. But she's carefully stepping into both worlds, gathering information without committing to action, positioning herself like a chess master lining up her next series of moves. In a town where information is currency, the richest player is the one who knows everything, and right now, that player is Sheila Carter. But The Bold and the Beautiful never lets you rest with answers. It pushes you into asking the questions that will keep you glued to the next episode. If Katie truly is planning a romantic milestone for Will and Elektra, will it be met with celebration? Or will it stir up old rivalries, especially within the ever-complicated Logan family? For Luna, the clock is ticking. How long can Lee maintain this cloak and dagger care before someone stumbles onto the truth? And even if Luna heals, will she be able to stay hidden? Or will her own actions put her right back in danger? And perhaps the most dangerous question of all, what will Sheila really do with what she knows? She's not famous for keeping promises, and her history tells us she's far more likely to weaponize a secret than bury it. The only uncertainty is whose life she'll detonate first. Friday's episode is B&B at its most tantalizing, a masterclass in setting the stage. It gives just enough to satisfy in the moment, but every scene is laced with threads that could unravel into chaos at any time. Katie's small party could be the perfect setting for romance, or the stage for an unexpected, very public explosion. Lee's act of saving Luna walks the line between heroism and lawbreaking, forcing viewers to question whether compassion can justify defiance. And Sheila? She's the ultimate wild card, a woman who thrives in the gray areas, unpredictable in every way except one. She will always, eventually, make her move. By the time the credits roll, we're left not just wondering what's next, but knowing that when these threads finally snap, the fallout will be spectacular. And that's exactly how The Bold and the Beautiful keeps us locked in, one secret, one risk, and one dangerous promise at a time. So now, the real question falls to you. Is Katie Logan truly just organizing a sweet, intimate gathering for her son? Or is there something more beneath the surface? A carefully planned proposal that could seal Will and Elektra's future forever? And if so, is everyone ready for what that commitment might bring? Then there's Lee's bold, dangerous choice. Was it an act of pure compassion, giving Luna a second chance to rebuild her life away from the judgment of the law? Or was it an impulsive gamble that could spiral out of control the moment someone else finds out the truth? And finally, Sheila Carter. She says she'll keep quiet, but history tells us otherwise. Is she really honoring Lee's trust, or is she simply tucking this knowledge away, waiting for the moment when revealing it will give her the most leverage? Because one thing has been proven time and time again in Los Angeles. The instant Sheila Carter knows a secret, it stops being a harmless piece of information and becomes a loaded weapon. And when she finally decides to pull the trigger, the blast will be felt by everyone. No alliance will be safe. No relationship will be secure. So, what do you think? Which thread will snap first? The party, the secret, or Sheila's patience?